Most girlies think glute bridges are too easy to make a difference. But here's what nobody tells you. Doing 50 of them every single day for 30 days creates changes that'll make you do a double take in the mirror. And some of those changes, they happen way faster than you'd think. But here's the problem. Most of us mess this up without even knowing it. We arch our backs like we're auditioning for Cirque du Soleil. We push through our toes, and we end up feeling it literally everywhere, except our booty. Fast forward a month, and we're like, why are my thighs on fire? Meanwhile, our glutes are just chillin', completely unbothered, living their best life while doing absolutely nothing. So if you're going to spend a month on this, let's make sure every single one of those reps is actually doing something, because the difference between wasted time and real results, it's smaller than you think. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly what happens week by week when you do 50 glute bridges every day. We're talking about what you'll actually feel, the mistakes that sabotage your progress, how to set this up at home with literally nothing but a mat or a carpet, and what real progress looks like. Because I'm not here to promise you're going to wake up with a BBL dump truck in 4 weeks. I'm here to show you what your body can actually do when you show up consistently. Let's get started, girl. Okay, week 1, real talk. This is where most of us feel absolutely nothing. And that's totally normal. If you've been sitting at a desk doom-scrolling TikTok all day, your glutes have basically forgotten they exist. They're just back there collecting dust, while your hamstrings and lower back do all the heavy lifting. Your glutes are giving, hello, I didn't sign up for this energy. So, the first week, you're basically sending your booty a wake-up call. I know that sounds weird, but your body genuinely forgets how to use these muscles when you're not activating them. By day 3 or 4, you'll start feeling that burn in the right spot. And girl, when you're sore, that's a good thing. That's your glutes waking up like, oh wait, we have a job to do here. Here's what you might notice. When you walk upstairs, something feels different. When you stand up from your chair, your hips move in a new way. You're not transformed yet. You're just turning the lights back on. And honestly, that's exactly where you need to be. One heads up about week 1. You might feel it in your hamstrings or lower back first, and that's just a sign your form needs a little adjustment. Don't stress. We'll fix that in a sec. But know that if you're sore in weird places, that's just your body giving you feedback. By week 2, something just clicks. Your form gets so much cleaner because your body figured out the pattern. Your hips feel stable at the top. That little wobble you had, gone. And this is when you start noticing it in real life. Your jeans fit differently, not dramatically, but there's this subtle lift happening. You catch yourself in the mirror and you're like, wait, did my posture get better? That's your glutes actually doing their job of holding your pelvis where it's supposed to be. They finally showed up to work. Here's the fun part. You start feeling legit stronger, not just in the glute bridge, but in everything. Stairs feel easier, squats feel more powerful. Even walking up a hill, you notice your butt firing first instead of letting your thighs do everything. And let's be honest, this is the week where you start checking yourself out more in the mirror. Not because there's a huge visible change, but because you can feel something happening. You're giving yourself that little side eye like, okay, I see you. That confidence boost is just as important as the physical changes. Week 3 is where things get real. Your muscles are actually starting to grow now, not like bodybuilder status. But your glutes are working harder, and those muscle fibers are increasing in size a little bit. Also, Fun fact, stronger glutes literally improve your hip mobility and power, which, look, I'm just saying, has some very practical applications in certain activities. You know what I mean? Moving on, your hips also start feeling looser. Because you're doing these every day, your hip flexors get a stretch at the top of each rep, which helps undo all that sitting we do. Tight hips from working at a desk, they're loosening up. Let's talk visuals. By week 3, there's this subtle roundness developing at the top of your glutes. It's not dramatic, but in the right lighting, in your favorite leggings, you're noticing your Lulus are working overtime. And here's something nobody warns you about. Your lower back might stop hurting. A lot of lower back pain comes from weak glutes, making your back compensate. When your glutes get stronger, your back gets to relax. Some people notice this in week 2, but by week 3, it's undeniable. Your daily 50 reps are probably feeling easier now too. That's your body getting efficient. And that efficiency means you're ready to level up if you want to. Here we are, week 4. This is where it all comes together. You've woken up your glutes, dialed in your form, adapted, and now you're seeing it compound. Visually, there's a noticeable lift in roundness. Not a total transformation, but if someone said, "Have you been working out?" This is the week where the answer is obviously yes. Your glutes feel firmer and perkier than they did 30 days ago. Physically, you feel stronger across the board. Hip thrusts feel powerful. Squats feel like your glutes are finally running the show. You can feel your glutes working when you walk, climb stairs, even when you're just standing around making coffee. That deep activation is automatic now. And let's talk confidence. There's something empowering about saying, "I'm gonna do this every day for 30 days. And actually doing it. You prove to yourself that consistency works, that small daily actions add up, and that you don't need fancy equipment to make progress. Some people want to keep going, add weight, or try variations. Others are happy maintaining. Both are valid. What matters is that you built a foundation that didn't exist a month ago. Okay, let's talk about why this actually works. Your glutes respond really well to high-rep, consistent training. 50 reps a day sounds like a lot, but it's actually the sweet spot. Because you're doing it daily, your glutes never fully forget between workouts. They stay in a constant cycle of work and recovery. Here's the secret. The squeeze matters more than the weight. Holding tension at the top tells your muscles to adapt. Over 30 days, that adds up. The first 2 weeks, most strength gains come from your brain learning how to activate your glutes. That's called neuromuscular adaptation. By week 3, you're getting actual muscle development. By week 4, the mind-muscle connection and muscle growth are working together. Glute bridges also train hip extension, which is exactly what your glutes are designed to do. That carries over to walking, running, squatting, everything. Now, let's talk about the mistakes that ruin this for most people. Mistake number 1, arching your lower back. Fix. Keep a neutral spine and tuck your pelvis slightly. Mistake number 2, pushing through your toes. Fix. Drive through your heels. You should be able to lift your toes. Mistake number 3, going too high at the top. Fix. Stop when your body forms a straight line. No hyperextension. Mistake number 4, letting your core go slack. Fix. Tighten your abs before lifting and maintain tension. At home setup. A mat, carpet, or towel is all you need. Lie down, bend your knees, and place your feet where your fingertips can brush your heels. How to do it. Engage your core, drive through your heels, lift your hips, squeeze at the top, Then lower with control. Breathe out on the way up. Breathe in on the way down. When done correctly, you'll feel the burn right in your glutes. Here's what you can expect after 30 days. Better glute activation, subtle lift and roundness, improved posture, stronger hips, better movement, and more confidence. Your glutes feel firmer, and your leggings fit slightly differently. Not dramatically, but noticeably. Here's what you won't get: a brand new body, major fat loss, hourglass curves, if you weren't already close to that. This isn't magic. It's a foundation, but it's a really good one. So here's what happens when you do 50 glute bridges every day for 30 days. You wake up dormant glutes, clean up your form, build strength, develop subtle shape changes, improve posture and hip mobility, and build real confidence from being consistent. Week 1 is the wake-up. Week 2 is refinement. Week 3 is growth. Week 4 is the payoff. This isn't about perfection. It's about showing up and making progress. And 50 reps a day is one of the simplest ways to create real change. If this helped you understand what a glute bridge challenge can actually do, consider subscribing. I'm all about realistic, sustainable fitness for women who want to feel strong and confident. No BS, no crazy promises. Just honest advice that works. I'll see you in the next one.